Hi guys, JesterArke back again with some more Elite Dangerous Horizons. Okay, so I mentioned last night that I wanted to do some more work on the combat community goal. Where are we at the moment? We're in the top 25%. We finally reached tier 5, which has bumped the payout up a little bit. So we're going to see what we can do about, helping move the tiers up a bit. That's out of the way. Okay. So I spent most of last night hunting in a Has-Res site. This time around we'll probably go to the standard res. Just because we are going it alone, for now at least. And I find I really wasn't making that much extra in the Has-Res compared to what I was making normally. And it was actually costing me more in repairs, so... just meant I had to kill a few more things to make my bounties. On the same note, I wasn't going through as much ammunition to do so either, because we did have security forces in the area which were helping out.
Cannot comply.
Oops, wrong
Landing
button.
gear retracted.
Okay, so we want that.
Your way is clear. Good luck, Commander.
Oh, and welcome to those of you who have joined me already. Very much appreciated.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we did die a few times towards the end of the stream.
4, 3, 2,
which sucked,
1.
but it was fun.
Engage.
So he actually ended up coming out with, I think, less money than we started the stream with, or pretty close to it anyway. Oh, now I know our wingman is probably regretting getting himself blown up. His rebuy cost was over 4 mil, and he certainly hadn't made that much yet. Thankfully, with the Asp Explorer and all the work I've done on it, my rebuy is only about 1.7 mil. Even that sort of gets noticeable. We were bringing in, what was it, between 1.3, 1.4 mil worth of bounties per run. I keep discovering a new... oh, it's... yeah, don't worry. I know what it is. I had one planet, I think, that I'd missed. No, missed all of them. Damn it. I hadn't missed all of them. Missed a couple of them. How did I do those ones? No idea. Anyway, not too fast. I'm not here for the scan data. I could have sworn I'd handed in all the data from this system already, though. Guess not. Okay. For those of you who are new to the channel, I am running a Asp Explorer that has been... well, all modules are as high level as I can get them, and I have done a fair bit of engineering to most of them. So depending on how we go this run around, I may actually go and get a little bit more work done. We do have a few heat issues. That is primarily because of the thruster engineering we've had. Well, that's what I'm putting it down to anyway. There we go. Now, let's see if we can find anything worth saying hello to. Stalking right. Come back here. Ugh. Lion's bureaucrat, so you won't have a target on you. Valiant Grave probably will, but I want Stalking right, wherever it's gone. Ron Parker, hello. How we doing? It's been ages. Finally on normal Australian time, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to do a gunship. Everything else can wait. Wanted to do a little bit more work on this community goal, and sort of this was really the only chance I was going to have to do it. Damn it, no bounty on him. Well, that's just nasty. I really should have grabbed some, another bureaucrat. Really should have grabbed some cargo. Usually when I'm hunting in the smaller areas, I'll grab something that I can use as bait. Okay, this is the one that scanned us before. It's a lot easier to convince people to stay and fight when you got something they want. Okay, got his attention. Yep, there we go. We've got green pips coming in, which are local security forces, or at least people that I'm on really good terms with. How you been, Ron? I said it's been a while.
Target shields offline.
Okay, how much did we get for that one?
Target destroyed.
50,000 to start the process. Can't complain too much about that. Dang it. There he is. Spondylitis. No bounty on that one. Glass Hellstrom. Again, no bounty on that one. It's not that surprising, truth be told, given the area we are in. No. Let's see what his mates are like. Okay, so all of them are going to be clean. I want to scan them enough that I've got their names listed. That way I don't try and target them later. Good, just Uni and Xbox, so the usual. Nice. Oh, that reminds me. I've got a business course I've got to go to tomorrow. Yeah. Seriously, it's the biggest waste of time. Ended up pretty much walking out last week. I sitting there trying to go through the course material, and there was just massive big chunks of it that was missing. Literally audio files, video files, all just missing, and nobody could figure out how to get them, like how to locate them. So I just said, you know what, this is ridiculous, I got better things to do. But such is what you got to do when, you know, you're looking for work. Okay. It may be a while before we find anything particularly amazing that we want around here. I don't want to go into the high-res site just yet. Sort of see how my accuracy and reaction times are before I go kicking too many bigger battles. Okay, chances are that doesn't have a bounty on it, but we'll target it anyway. Yep. They seem like an organised bunch. Yeah. What do you expect from our government? give it a few more minutes, a few more moments even. If we don't find anything worth targeting, then we'll probably jump out and jump back in, wait for this to be reset. Fail my duties, a few of this you'll die. Okay, we have got some combat happening. A couple of those friendlies that we targeted before are currently under attack. If we can find them again. Preferably before, there we go. Be over this way somewhere. Let's not crash into people. That gets us in trouble. Maybe they already took it out. As I said, most of the ships we're going to find around here are going to be quite small.
Scan detected.
Mostly eels, okay.
Under attack.
I'm going to try not to waste too many of our projectile
Target shields offline.
base ammunitions on this thing. They're not worth it. There we go.
Target destroyed.
Another Type 7 coming in. It's already mining. Ugh. Three new contacts. I think it's all just people we've already seen. Crime has been reported. All ships to be scanned. Okay, good stuff. That's what we wanted to see. Strom was who was complaining before about being attacked. The question is, where are the attackers? So is that your favorite ship, or is there a bigger different that you'll go for eventually? This is my favorite medium class. I have also got a larger ship that I'm currently working on, trying to make up the money to pay for the upgrades. Unfortunately, they are far from cheap. I think all the components that I've got to buy still for it, all the core components I've still got to buy for it, are about 43 million credits a piece. And currently I have 28. I think I've still got about 150 million credits to put into it. And that's without doing any engineering yet. Okay, I think we're pretty much done in this area. Might jump out and jump back in, see if we can reset our targets. Because there is way too much friendly stuff around here. Friendly stuff does not get us money. Well, not unless we're a pirate, which I'm not. Okay, let's get out of the gravity well. We'll see if we can find one of the ships that I've got a Python sitting in dry dock.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay. But yeah, by most accounts, the ship that I'm flying now is a definitely more of a multi-role ship. It's really not supposed to be used for over-the-top combat, but actually, Let's go spot one of the other ones. That's going to be a slow slog just because we're so close to the planet. Stuff it. Do a slow loop, get it retargeted. Come back in, and once we've got lock, we'll jump back in. Most of the ships that were there already should have reset, and we should see some new traffic coming through. Hopefully some more hostile traffic. Again, we're not expecting anything amazingly big, although you can be surprised on occasion. One of the medium res sites I jumped into yesterday ended up having a couple of high-level FDLs. And they usually earn you a pretty penny. And for those wondering, yes, I am crazy enough to chase high-level FDLs. Okay. Got one security ship so far. 2, 3 security ships. That's not a bad thing. As long as you got a few of them floating around in the area, they will come and assist. And you still get the full payout per kill. There we go. Okay, adders tend to go either way. But this one's a bureaucrat. Dang it. Anaconda. But it's an alliance enforcer. Son of a bitch. This res site is just not going to be our friend today, I think. Who knows, maybe Ray and I scared them all away last night. Now, it can take a while for decent ships to show up. That is, a thing. But on the same note, if you've got too many friendlies and stuff in an area, then, you're not shooting at anything, you're not killing anything, which means nothing new's coming in. At least not in any viable quantity. This has definitely been one of the slowest moving community goal, or combat community goals I've done. Spite's usually a hostile ship. Yep. Sorry, my bad. Expert adder, so we can expect either the shields or the hull to be a little bit higher level, but nothing overly to worry about. Wait, trying to get your attention. And we are right next to the security forces. There we go, so they're all opening fire on it as well.
Target shields offline.
Again, I'm not going to bother using my hard ammunition.
Target cargo dropped. Target destroyed.
As said, piddly little targets. We need to find something to bite our teeth into. There's some security ships at balls. I've seen them take, seen one Eagle try and take on wings of high tier wanted ships. Oh yeah, yeah. Will say as well, when you've got them flying around, sort of helping you out, sometimes all it takes is that one little security ship to make a massive difference in combat. Okay. Where'd that asp go? Got a cobra named Sorrow. That's usually a hostile. No. How obscure. I don't like that idea at all. Seriously, if you're gonna give your ship a name like Sorrow, it should at least be hostile. Where'd that Sidewinder, not Sidewinder. Oh crap. Didn't mean to boost. Clean anyway. Okay, if we don't have any luck here, I'm just going to jump to the bloody nav beacon, I think. A bit further away. Medium security system though, so the nav beacon potentially could be worse, but we can still get some nice big targets there as well. We are not having luck. Mort, competent. Bingo. And we've got Imperial Eagles with him. Wing of 3. We should be able to do a decent amount of damage to these guys before the security forces rock up too, so we should hopefully be able to get 2 if not all 3 of the kills registered for ourselves. I really need to go and get some gold or something to carry though.
Target shields offline. Under attack. Target shields offline.
There we go. Yeah, in a normal res site or a normal low or a nav beacon, I do generally suggest making sure you bring some cargo with you. I wouldn't so much suggest it in a high res.
Target destroyed.
Come on, buddy. One downside to the Asp Explorer is it doesn't exactly handle amazingly well most of the time. There we go.
Target destroyed.
Yeah. Okay, we've got more combat happening. Where? Where and with who? I've said it before, I do wish there was an ability to follow ships that you weren't in combat with. I doubt these 3 are going to be first response. Yeah. Whatever combat was happening is already finished. Turn on my external lights. Does make a bit of a difference when you're trying to fly through an asteroid field. In the dark. We got combat over there. Well, we had. Oh no, it's still going. Question is, which ship is the aggressor? And can we target it before it gets blown the hell up? That was not you. Damn it. You're mining, so it won't be you. You in a wing, because that would explain the other adder. The fact that that security vessel's there means it's probably already taken out whatever the hostile was. Dude, if you want to look sus, putting yourself into silent is a good way of doing it. The sidewinders are going to be the escort ships. Okay, I'm done with this area. It is not our friend today.
Frameshift drive charging.
Should we try the high?
3,
Doesn't like, what the hell?
1. Engage.
Okay. Don't forget, guys, if you're enjoying what I'm doing, please remember to hit the like and share buttons, and if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe and or follow depending on what platform you're watching from. It really does help out a great deal, as it makes the streams and videos, you know, more likely to be found by other people as well. Yeah, we'll put this decision high on our list of stupid things we've done today. Now, I'm not expecting this to be an amazingly long stream. I am hoping to stream again tonight, but as I mentioned before, I do have a stupid business course I've got to go to tomorrow morning. So Sunday nights are sort of very hit and miss for me. As long as none of the ships in this high res, well, as long as not too many of them are in large wings, we should be okay. The fact that it's high res, not has res, means that there will be security forces here as well, which is very important when you're trying to do this crap solo. At least for me, in a ship this size. I think we've only made a little over 100,000 worth of credits so far. Yeah. As usual, not too worried if I do get dead. You serious? Oh, I freaking hate when it does this.
Frameshift drive charging.
Even though I was in a blue-on-blue lock, I think I was too close to the
4, 3, 2,
belt itself.
1. Engage.
So it sort of tends to drop you right on the spot. Let's move in a bit closer. There we go. And we got an anaconda to start off with. Dangerous, nice. And there's the wanted. And there's the security forces. Lovely. 3.5 kilometers, and I can start the kill warrant scan. Those security ships aren't too far away either, which means they'll get in on the fight pretty damn quick. But we do want to get fairly close to the anaconda. In fact, pretty much as close as we can get. 180,000 on it. Not too shabby to start off with. Distance closing. We can actually see the security ships now.
Scan detected.
He's going to take his time to scan me, which is great. Because now we're behind him. And he should already be getting attacked. Yep. Got a Python and a Viper, it looks like, on the security team. We had one last night that Ray and I were taking on. We were both out of ballistic ammunition entirely. And I dare say the anaconda we were fighting had mirrored hull. The fight took forever.
Warning, temperature critical.
Damn it. I was hoping to get a bit of a ram there.
Scan detected.
Okay. He got decent shields, but they weren't amazing. FDL. There's 180,000 to start our high res off. Master FDL should add a nice bonus. Get its attention.
Under attack.
We got security forces all over the place, which is nice. Question is, will they get involved?
Warning, temperature critical.
Okay.
Target shields offline.
We will lose our shields here. That's not too bad. As long as it doesn't have... Yeah, they're all over busy there. Blech. They're all over there, kind of busy. As long as it doesn't bring too many projectile weapons to bear, we should be okay.
Warning, temperature critical. Under attack. Hull integrity compromised.
Yeah, there goes that shield of ours.
Shields offline.
Friggin' missiles. Yeah, we are using a bi-weave shield, but with the engineering that we've had done on it, it does still take ages. Damn it, it does still take ages for it to recharge.
Target destroyed. Scan detected.
Let's check out that gunship. One of three, nice. Get these scanners done. If nothing else, I want to make sure I get at least a shot or two on this gunship before it gets blown up by the security forces, which seem to be closing in on it now. Come on, just get closer. Yes, I know I don't have any pips in my engines. There is a reason for that. There we go. Combat's already started. Okay, where's his buddies?
Shields online.
Okay. Not hit the security ship on the way through.
Module malfunction. Module malfunction. Module malfunction. Under attack.
Trying to steer to make sure I don't hit anything else. These stupid lasers malfunctioning. A bit of a love tap there. It is using chaff launcher, but at the end of the day we're close enough to it that we're going to hit it anyway.
Module malfunction.
This thing's got some decent hull on it. There we go.
Target destroyed. Under attack. Frameshift charge detected. Module malfunction.
Nah, we won't get anything for that one.
Target destroyed.
Okay. Thank God they stopped firing.
Diagnostic repair sequence initiated. Power plant capacity exceeded. Shields offline. Thrusters offline.
We'll see if there's anything that shut down that gets repaired.
Repair sequence.
No modules repaired. Okie
Shields
dokie.
online. Thrusters online.
So where are we at? 214,000 there, 240,000 there. Still not great. We need to find a lot more stuff to shoot. As I said, I was going back each time with around 1.3 mil worth of bounties. So this pissy little amount is not what I'm after. You. Make sure we get our shields up a little bit. My apologies. Good angle on it. Come on.
Module malfunction. Under attack. Target shield.
Security forces are ripping something apart behind us, or behind it.
Module malfunction. Module malfunction.
Ooh, crap balls.
Hull Integrity compromised.
Yeah, we'll go and do repairs after this.
Malfunction. Module malfunction.
Power plant
Really?
capacity
Really?
exceeded. Thrusters offline. Target shields online.
Thrusters online.
That's just nasty.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
You gotta be kidding us. Assholes. That was my kill. Fine. You jerkwads. Still could have sworn I'd already sold all the data for this sector. What's going on in the world? Bale should still be at work. Nope, looks like she's not.
Frameshift drive charging. 4,
Hopefully the stream's going through alright.
1.
This time of day can always be a bit iffy. Don't know why, stability is never amazing at this time of day for us here. I better let it know I'm streaming. There we go. Just so she doesn't come barging through the door yelling and screaming. Not that she's prone to barging through doors yelling and screaming, but still. Better safe than sorry and all that jazz. I can't believe how crappy our runs have been so far. Because hardly any of those are going to count towards this community goal. Sucks. I think only about 200,000 of them. We can probably consider this another test run for, you know, streaming this time of day as well. As always, we are trying to refine what time of day we do stream. The restream chat's messing up the YouTube comments as well. Ugh. As a reminder, we are multi-streaming to YouTube, Twitch and Mixer. YouTube currently is our primary platform.
Lakon, Juliet Echo Sierra. StarCon welcomes you to this facility, Commander. We'll put a landing pad on hold for your arrival.
An ally like you is
Landing
always
authorized.
welcome here.
Your
Docking request
combat
granted.
3-0.
They like me. Because I kill all their enemies for them.
Landing gear deployed.
Don't usually adhere to speed restrictions coming into the station though. One thing I'm bad for. Platform 30. There it is. Crud.
Contact confirmation. Ground crew dispatched. Starcon welcomes you to this facility.
Hull repaired.
Actually, let's have a look. Okay. So 3,759,808. Handing in, yeah. I knew it was around 5 and 6. Yeah, it usually takes a moment or two to actually clock over. Oh no, here we go, 399 or 3999. There. Yeah, I really want to make at least top percent, or top 10%, if not top 10. And it's gonna take a while to get up the tiers. As I've said, combat CGs usually finish pretty damn quick, but this one's certainly not. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Bale does said it. Bleh. Bale said to say hello. He has indeed apparently finished work. Well, that cough gave me a pain in the eyeball. Get back out there, do a bit more damage.
Ship is released. Your way is clear to depart.
Problem is, even if I wanted to, I couldn't bring out the Python. One of the main modules I'm still waiting to upgrade on it is the power plant. Currently it does not have enough power to run what is installed.
Your way is clear. Good
Go
luck,
back to the
Commander.
high res. What the heck? Might as well, right?
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
Seriously? Come on. There we go.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Hello and welcome to viewers new and old. Thank you for joining us for this somewhat impromptu stream. Let's jump in and have a look. The last few of these I've actually jumped into have been anything but threat level 0. Like, they haven't been too bad. Gonna have to leap of shame. Fiddlesticks. Nothing we want. Let us continue on our merry way.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2.
You got a cut or something
Engage.
just under my lip. Managed to get a whole heap of chili into it last night. It was very unpleasant. As a result, the whole, can't really see it on the camera, but that whole section of my lip is actually quite red and swollen. Very sore. I'd love to get Bale into this. A few years of trying to no avail. We do need to find some new games. Like, we've looked at a lot, and even though there's been quite a few games that we've wanted to play, there haven't been a lot of games that we've wanted to stream. I have pre-ordered Destiny 2, but that's, you know, still a couple of months away. Getting that on PC. Again, there's another one I would love to get for Bale, and she'd actually probably quite enjoy it, but her computer is not going to be able to run it. Unfortunately, well, you can see down the bottom of the screen we've got the Elgato HD60S and a Stream Deck as our current contribution donation goal. Once that's out of the way, the next one we'll be putting up is probably going to be a new rig for Bale. Because the potato she's got now is on its last legs. Yeah, it's just really struggling to run much of anything currently. Come on, second blue lock. That all of a sudden forwards momentum once we get close enough. I don't know if you guys visually saw that, but the res site was actually somewhat moving away from us. These have usually got acceptable bounties on them. Not seeing any security vessels here yet though, which could be a bit of a pain in the ass. 96, eh.
Scan detected.
Yeah, scan away, buddy. I'm carrying nothing you want. Which means you'll go past us. Bare your belly hole. And I'll do this to you.
Under attack. Warning. Temperature critical.
Okay. Thankfully, one of our multi-cannons has got an auto-loader on it.
Scan detected.
does make things a lot easier in prolonged fights. Have a little love tap there. Nice. 96,000 credits to start it off. Alliance Enforcer. A couple of ships that just dropped in over there. Or did it jump out? It jumped out. Okay. For anybody new to the channel, I do stream at least once a day, most days of the week. Usually around 1 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time, though the streams have been starting a little bit later, unfortunately, over the last week or so. I used to do a second stream during the day, most days again, but that sort of fell by the wayside recent months, though we are hoping to pick up at least a couple of them again. On days where Bale, the channel co-founder and my co-pilot, on days that she does have off, she'll often jump in and stream with us as well. We've been co-streaming Defiance as our main game lately, which for those of you who don't know is an MMO that came out 2013, I want to say. Ooh, hello. Unfortunately, it is being handled by Trion, which is probably one of my least favorite dev teams in the world, but is what it is. The game itself is fairly fun. Yeah, Python. Here, little sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. What is fighting? Nothing overly effectual. Nice and close, and underneath. Are we underneath? No, we weren't. I just thought we were. Nah, my bad. Still. Oh, it just blew up one of its targets.
Warning. Temperature critical. Under attack.
And there we go. Now it's... the security forces are coming in. And apparently Shotgun Pete looks like he's volunteered to be our next target.
Scan detected.
Ooh, another Python. Nice. 200,000. Pop the pips over into our systems for now. Crime has been reported, which unfortunately means they're probably all going to go target something else and leave me to this Python by myself. Yeah, that's alright. There we go. Now they're a little less busy, they should join me. In theory. Ah, I've already started. Even better. Always good when we don't start off as its primary target. Obviously increases life expectancy a bit.
Offline. Warning, temperature critical. Under attack.
Get in there, see if we can give him a love tap. No.
Target cargo dropped.
Come on.
Target destroyed.
144,000 there. Well, we're already going better than we were before. Get a pick on this asp. One advantage a lot of the smaller ships have is literally the fact that they're smaller. They often tend to be a bit more agile, and they've got a smaller profile. You know, they're a lot harder to hit in the first place, especially if they have got a chaff launcher. I am using all gimbaled weapons. So if something does fire chaff, I've got to sort of untarget or unlock my targeting and try and manually aim in that regard. Let's try not to hit the security vessels, please. Because that never goes well. I love how we've got to be careful where we shoot, but they don't. Same with all the civilian ships.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
There we go. Here we go, next target. 150,000. And so there you go, we got a decent amount from the smaller ship. Yeah, that one's clean. Peace.
Under attack.
Ow! Douchebag. Another perfect example of we've got to be careful, but they don't. Wilson Brizzle. Clean. Type 9 probably will be as well. Still worth checking out though. What have we got? 288 there. Yeah. Not a lot of bounties that are going to count at this point. Obviously, a number of them in total, but yeah, not ones that we need for this community goal. Will be a wingman. Ouch. Oh. How the hell we didn't smash into that's beyond me. And of course I do that instead. Me with the mad skills. Okay, we got a federal gunship. I have a feeling the two Imperial Eagles that we also saw are probably flying wing for it. Yep. And none of those security ships are nearby. Crap, crap, crap. Probably the best we can hope for. Oh, it is going to happen. The Federal ship's about to open up on that transporter.
Scan detected.
Come on. Nice. Type 9 and his buddies are going to turn around and open fire.
Scan detected.
And we'll jump in on it.
Under attack.
Don't underestimate big cargo ships. Those things are friggin' tanks.
Warning. Temperature critical.
There goes the gunship. Once. We've got another gunship and an assault ship. And combat happening out there as well. You should probably see what's getting beat up out here. Oh, it's those
Target destroyed.
eagles. Okie dokie. Octavius. Here's the assault ship. Might as well pick on him, and then if it's still around, we'll go for the gunship. Or dropship, or whatever it was. Oh crap, don't hit that one as well. Okay. There goes him. And where'd that buddy of his go?
Target destroyed.
There. You got 81,000 for that. Did we run the kill warrant scanner on it? I don't think we did.
Under attack. Target shields offline. Warning. Temperature critical.
Okay.
Hull integrity compromised. Shields offline.
And bouncing off the enemy ship while I've got no shields. Not a great way to improve your
Target destroyed.
life. Let's see. Get our shields back up before we try and pick on anybody else. Now apparently, if we shut these down, it should increase the speed that the shield charges. Certainly seems to be. As I said, I am using a bi-weave shield, but we have had a fair bit of engineering done on it,
Shields
and it does
online.
drastically slow down the speed that it recharges. Yeah, there you go. We just hit the booster and now it's going to take forever to finish charging up. Ugh, that's right. Still got 78% hull. I'm guessing nothing's been too badly damaged at this point. We don't seem to be losing control of any of our weapons yet. Please be hostile. Lovely. We've already established that the asps have been giving us a, you know, decent payout. We'll get a little bit closer if we can, which it doesn't seem to want to let us do. So we'll convince it.
Under attack. Warning, impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
Okay, please don't throw down Chaffle. I'm in the middle of federal ships. Shit. One thing I don't usually do, but I was considering it with the Python. I generally stick to using only pulse lasers and multi-cannons. The Python only has 5 weapon slots, one of which I've currently got... Ooh, vulture. One of which I've currently got flagged as a pulse laser turret. I was thinking of maybe changing that to a heavy projectile. Something that obviously the wingman would control. Scan both of these, but I want to get that vulture. Vultures generally offer pretty good bang for your buck as far as bounties are concerned. That being said, obviously they can also be bloody slippery targets. Okay, one of the reasons I like using multi-role or multi-class ships, multi-role ships, my combat vessels is they tend to have a few more module slots that can be, you can really gear them to be flying tanks, whereas the pure combat ships don't tend to be quite so much. They tend to be very shooty, very agile, but they can't always be geared with the best survivability possible. Yeah, sure, the argument is you make up for that with the fact that they're maneuverable, but I like the idea of being able to tank for my wing, basically.
Under attack.
There we go.
Target destroyed.
Take a look at that dropship. As you can see, we are almost out of ammo. So we sort of need to wait for them to finish shooting at whatever they're shooting at. Then we'll start a fight with this guy. Whatever it is putting up a decent run. I'd go for him by myself, but yeah, without all the ammunition to fall back on, could be a bit iffy. try and get closer to him again. What are they shooting at? Ooh.
Target shields offline.
Yeah, he's not going to live much longer. Okay. Let's grab this dropship.
Under attack.
There we go.
Shields offline.
Now I'm not the only one targeting him. Lovely. His shield's down, so time to use up the last of our hard ammunition rounds.
Target cargo dropped.
Again, gimbaled weapons at longer
Target
range
shields
is
offline.
not the
Target
best way to
shields
use them.
offline.
They tend to
Target
function more as
destroyed.
shotguns as far as their accuracy is concerned. He's by himself.
Scan detected.
Come a little closer, buddy.
Under attack.
Again with the chaff launcher. No, let's not shoot the anaconda beside it. I really should consider going for fixed lasers. I keep saying it. I don't know. I've got to the point where I think I can fly this thing more or less well enough that I could probably get away without using the gimbals as my primary anymore.
Target destroyed.
Again, right next to the allied, or our allies. That'd be silly of me not to pick a fight with him.
Under attack.
Hey, hello, how we doing? Well, I hope. Thanks for joining us. It's a very impromptu stream, probably not an amazingly long one. Decided to get a little bit more flight time in today. Manual targeting. How I'd abhor the... If all else fails, just ram into their hull.
Target destroyed.
Okay, I should probably stop tempting fate quite so much and go and get some ammunition. Doing good, it's your birthday. But hell it yesterday, so just landing today. Well, happy birthday. I'm not much of a birthday person for my own birthdays, but I do enjoy other people's.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Oh, sorry about that. Just trying to organise. Bale's finished work. She only had a half day today. So we're trying to sort out what we're doing for the rest of it. Either of it had a very nice day yesterday. Good, man, good. Yeah, I got disowned for mine this year. That was fun. Yeah, so as I said, early with Bale today. Still not 100% sure if we will be streaming tonight. We'll see how it goes. I do have my business course tomorrow, unfortunately. Until the channel's at a stage where it can be self-sufficient. Unfortunately, I am required to do some things to get a bit of financial help while I look for jobs. Unfortunately, showing up to this stupid business course is one of them. Seriously, last week, half of the course material didn't show up, and it was just crap. Mind you, I've passed every module so far by literally ripping the course material to pieces. Where are we at? You just noticed we're back up to 780 followers in total. Lovely. Don't forget, guys, if you do want to help out, please remember to hit the like and share buttons, and if you haven't already, subscribe and/or follow. More people that knows the channel, that know that the channel exists, the better it is for us, which means the better it is for you guys. In theory. Creeping in. Crap, I just realised it's 6:15. It's supposed to go to the butcher. Oh well. Oops. We really don't have the greatest space brakes. Got disowned, got ditched that night by people I was meant to hang out with, and then I was meant to be celebrating on the weekend and got ditched that weekend as well. Trying to do this while you're actually in speed and distance lock is really not great. Come on, there we go. Ha!
Juliet Echo Sierra, StarCon welcomes you to this facility, Commander. We'll put a landing pad on hold for your arrival. Access granted. Make your way to landing pad 4-5.
Okay. Bit of a crappy angle. 4-5, hey?
Landing gear deployed.
There it is at the back. Once again, the blue and the red lighting. I just have trouble seeing because of the lack of contrast. It's really quite annoying. It's not too bad if I'm wearing my gunners instead of my prescription glasses.
Landing confirmed. You are cleared to disembark.
Okay, so what have I got there? 9,000 spent on repairs and restock. And what did we make out of that? There we go, just under 1.5 mil. Can't complain too much about that. Of that, I'm pretty sure 441,000, just under 442,000 should be going towards the CG, if I'm reading stuff correctly. We're now friendly with the Carl Pro Alliance group. And we're back over 30 mil in our pocket. Yep, wonderful. 4,441,000 credits earned that we've handed in for this so far. And we're looking at just under 10 mil at this point in time. Hopefully that will go up as the tiers progress and as we progress. As long as all goes to plan, anywho. Okay, so before I jump back out and kill some more stuff, it has been roughly 90 minutes, so I'm going to go for a quick leg stretch. When we get back, we'll, pretty much keep doing what we're doing. As said at the beginning, this is a bit of an impromptu combat stream. I am just trying to, work through this community goal. So, yeah, please don't go too far. I'll be back very shortly. apparently I'm going to be streaming pumpkin. Can you tell I've got work on the brain? Steamed pumpkin, indeed it will be. Does sound really good though? Thank you. There's one thing I am quite confident in my ability to do, and that's cook. Okay. Let's get back to it. Bale's just messaged, so we've got probably about another hour, roughly. Fried red capsicum, so red chilies. That's right, you guys call them chilies over there, don't you? They are of the chili family, but yeah. So I think our chilies are your peppers, aren't they?
Landing gear retracted.
Nothing coming in, nope. Yeah, we'll go back to the high-res site.
Clear of the station. Starcom wishes you a good journey.
It's been acceptable to us lately.
Frameshift drive charging.
Ow.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, I do get muddled up sometimes with that. I was, one of the other streams that I watch every now and then, we were talking about jelly, the fact that jelly over here is a dessert, not a spreadable. Some call chilies peppers, but pepper is really sort of black brown. Yeah, that's it. For us, pepper is, yeah, the black or the red or the green peppercorns. I think bell peppers are another one that we call something different over here. Yeah, now the jelly jam conversation got really confusing. Jelly jam, jello. It'd be so much easier if we all just called stuff the same thing. And that was on one of the US streams that we were talking about that. And then, of course, we had the infamous rashes conversation with Vortak and Weem. Bell pepper have a completely different word in Danish. It's funny, like I can understand when it's different base languages, but when they're same base languages and we still call everything something entirely different. Rash conversation, rasher. Hang on, let me jump in here. We were discussing bacon. And that just got all sorts of out of hand. Okay, what do we got first? We got a Python there. Might go for the Mach 3 first. Apparently Mojo was in absolute stitches at one point during that. Okay. What's there to discuss about bacon? I thought all bacon was internationally approved. You would think so, wouldn't you? But the fact that people just couldn't seem to wrap their head around was that over here, rashers are the standard cut of bacon.
Under attack.
People would,
Warning,
at one point, were
impulse
thinking we
attack.
call bacon
Objective
rashers, and it's like,
disruption.
no, rashers is just a particular cut of bacon. Like streaky bacon, and yeah. Then you've got Pioneer bacon, which is a more rough cut, sort of thicker cut bacon.
Target shields offline.
Yeah, it seems the US viewers in particular just could not wrap their head around the fact that we use a different cut of bacon here.
Warning, temperature critical.
Which ended up being funny because the majority of the stream ended up sort of
Target destroyed.
confirming that, you know, rashers were a fairly standard cut everywhere other than the US at one point there, and really just got a bit all over the place. Agent. So you're clean. I think I may have said something along those lines. And for any of our current US viewers, that is meant as a joke.
Under attack.
It was all in good fun. But it does just, as I said, highlight the fact that
Target shields offline.
so many people that were taking part in the conversation do come from English core speaking places, and you know, again, it just highlights the smooth that on me. Again, it just highlights, you know, the differences. Even though we all speak the same core language, our understanding of different aspects of things is quite different.
Target destroyed.
Okay, so that Python was an enforcer. Damn it. That explains why it vanished on us. An eagle named Sin. Well, surely they're hostile. They're about to get jumped on by a security ship as well, I think.
Under attack.
Preferably,
Target shields offline.
it is preferable to not hit the security ships.
Target cargo dropped.
It is going to be a bit of a waste of bullets, but it is a slightly higher level eagle. Again, the bounty on it won't be huge, but I'd rather get it than not. Escorts. Yep. Again, we'll grab the other one just so that we've got the name on the list. Ooh, this one is not with that. Still an escort though. Not an escort, but not hostile. Ugh. Okay, so, you know, same run as before. We'll just try and get as many bounties as we can by the time our ammunition or luck runs out. Hopefully something nice jumps in. Something happening down there. Reporting to a crime somewhere. There we go. Imagine how much space junk is floating around the universe. Oh, sure of it. I always sort of like the idea that, actually, and this is something that I'm surprised isn't around, is like little scrappers or scavenger vessels.
Scan detected.
But I mean, I guess at the end of the day, the
Under attack.
like the collectible loot that gets left lying around does have a limited lifespan on it. So who knows? I think the people mining are actually the scavengers. Yeah, that could be true.
Target shields offline.
Where's that other ship?
Target destroyed.
Pissy little sidewinder. Bloody hell. Thank you, somebody else that's opening fire on it.
Target shields
Nothing left to
offline.
mine, it's all tied up in broken ships.
Warning. Temperature critical. Target cargo dropped.
But yeah, that would be kind of cool, seeing,
Under attack.
you know, cobbled together looking little vessels getting around. Just salvaging ship materials. There we go.
Target destroyed.
Now, unfortunately, we did miss out on some larger targets, I think, because there was a bit of combat happening off in the distance. Let's probably boost our shields again. Really understand why there are no huge capital vessels. I think there are some bigger ones, but yeah, nothing capital-esque yet. At least nothing player viable.
Under attack.
Sacropants. So we did miss out on somebody else. Okay, Mach 4. Oop, crap. Let's not crash into the asteroid.
Temperature critical. Target shields offline.
No, don't crash into the asteroid, I said. Okay.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Now, the Mach 4 Vipers are one of the few vessels that go against what I was saying earlier about the combat vessels being somewhat glass cannon-esque. They are literally a tanky combat vessel, or tanky variant of the Viper 3 combat vessel. But you sacrifice a fair bit of movement for that. If I was going to go a small combat vessel, I would literally go for the Cobra Mach 3 as opposed to the Viper Mach 3, or the Vipers in general. The Cobras are the multi-class, or a multi-class small vessel, but when you kit them out right, they tend to make for some pretty good tanks.
Under attack.
In my opinion, anyway.
Target shields offline.
Okay, one of those Cobras is currently zeroing in on us. Oh, come on, get closer. Let's pick on this guy first.
Target shields offline. Warning.
There we go.
Temperature critical. Target destroyed.
Okay, where's this other one? I was about to say that agility seems like a big thing in this. It can be. It certainly can be. It certainly is for the smaller combat vessels. Like you look at the Viper, the Vulture,
Scan detected.
anything like that. They are very fast maneuvering ships. This one that we're flying now, the Asp Explorer, really isn't. The fact that I've gotten a bit of engineering done on it sort of allows us to be a bit more competitive in that regard, though. And again, it does depend on what size ship you're going after. You know, at the end of the day, there's still a lot of ships that are less agile than us, but much bigger.
Warning. Temperature
It'd be cool if you could have group
Target
activities.
shields offline.
Yes, so you'd have a mixed setup in a group, take on a huge capital, yeah. I mean, you can wing up and everything in it, but I don't know. I think we'll start seeing a lot more of that stuff as this whole Thargoid scenario progresses. And apparently there is another... It looks like there's going to be another somewhat larger ship coming out sometime soon.
Target destroyed.
There was some word about it in the beta, apparently. Usually you wing up to do things you could in theory do alone. Yeah. Now scan that. We'll grab the scan on that to get the name up. Going into something like a Hazres site is something you definitely prefer. Well, I definitely prefer teaming up to do, though. But yeah, there's really no huge targets that you can't really take down yourself. Okay, if there's a Taipan flying around, then it's got to be attached to something.
Target shields online.
What are you guys attacking? Got a Type 9. That's not what they're attacking, though. Are you clean or are you... Yeah, you're clean. Let's get rid of JesterArke.
Target shields offline. Scan detected.
My apologies.
Scan detected.
A few people getting their scan on. Please, alright, correct me if I'm mistaken. Off what I've seen other people, I didn't even know. Oh no, you're very accurate. Very accurate in what you're saying. As far as I've seen, there's really not been anything.
Target cargo dropped. Target shields online.
Oh, yeah. All that big that requires
Target destroyed.
group work. I think one of the reasons for that might be a simple case of playing out in open. It would be very easy for the game to become unbalanced if there's, you know, access to big ships like that for players.
Target shields offline.
I don't know, there'd have to be some pretty serious
Under
trade-offs.
attack.
But again, that's assuming you're even going to give access to bigger ships to players. I was thinking it could be the alien ships. Yeah, well, we still don't know exactly what's going to happen with the Thargoid vessels, so maybe we will see some big Thargoid capital vessels coming in and owning everything. That's one aspect of it I really haven't looked much into, is the Thargoids
Target
actually.
destroyed.
Let's go for the courier. Player ships would have to be no jump maybe. Ooh. Don't know about no jump, but it would definitely have to be severely limited. I want to get this scan done, preferably before we open up on it. I hate not getting the kill warrant scan done before something dies. And of course it's chaffing.
Target shields offline.
Don't usually get much for the Imperial couriers.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Why did I keep firing?
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Yeah, we got 40,000 for that one. Well, maybe have it so that the larger ships maybe have to be multi-crewed. That would be kind of awesome. If you're going to introduce some sort of large capital-esque ship, have it so that it has to have multiple people piloting it. Okay. Okay, Bale's just walking home. Give me a quick sec, guys. I just got to open the front door. I don't know if she's got her keys on her. Back in just a moment. We are returned. Say hi. I shall. Oh, there's a kitty moving in the background. She'll be back before we end the stream anyway, so won't finish up until she's here. Okay. But she will be in work uniform, so she probably won't jump on and say hello herself. Okay, let's boost through this asteroid field. We've got combat happening. Who's shooting whom? Or whom is shooting who? I can never remember which one's which. Me fast timing, meant to say hi to her. Yes, you understood?
Target
Yeah.
destroyed.
It's all good. Okay. Yeah, that eagle's about to get real dead real quick. Yep.
Target destroyed.
Looked like there was more happening out there as well. Guessing something was attacking that Type 7. Okay. Aldev. Cobra Mach 4. The only ship currently that is behind... well, that is locked. Unfortunately, I will never be able to get this ship. Which just makes me want it even more, even though apparently it's a pretty crap ship. Still pretty dirty that they put a ship behind a paywall in this thing, as though they said they weren't going to.
Target shields offline.
So as with the Viper Mach 4, this is just a variant of the Cobra Mach 3. Well, as the Viper Mach 4 is to the Viper Mach 3. This one has an additional gun slot. And just a few varied stats. And kaboom.
Target destroyed.
Okay, wing of 2. It's 2 more eagles. Yeah, these guys won't take long to take down.
Under attack.
Got a lot of security forces here. It won't give us huge bounties. Yeah, I probably should have recharged my shields a bit first though. Really should have charged my shields a bit first. They've taken out his buddy already.
Target shields offline.
Our shields hung on just.
Target destroyed.
I'm not going to bother with sideys. I really should just to clear them out, but... again, we're not here for a long time. Okay, Zardox, what do you got going for us? Nothing, you're clean. You're a mining cobra. For waste.
Scan detected.
Okay, if you want to play like that, I was going to let you live. But apparently not. Well, what at the point I wasn't going to be the one to kill you.
Under attack.
If you are fighting something agile, definitely try and stay in your
Target shields
sweet spot, which is the blue indicator on your speed. And remember to use your thrusters, which I did not do just then.
Target destroyed. Scan detected.
Really? You just saw what I did to the other side, what we did to the other side, Wonder, and now you're gonna have a scan. Ugh. Hello.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Once again, it's barely going to be worth the cost of the hard ammunition we just spent. Okay.
Target destroyed.
There we go. Oop, and Bale's home. Cage says hello.
Under attack.
Wait, I'm not even in that.
You are in it.
Am I?
Camera's up
Oh,
there,
right
douchebag.
I was like looking at this one. Hi.
Bale is in. I just got home from work mode, so
Target shields offline.
that usually counts as barely human. Oh, and Eros has changed again. Great.
Target destroyed.
Okay, these are not getting as much. But kills are kills. Cage waves back. Was that the kettle I just heard? Apparently it was, but apparently I'm not allowed to know that.
Under attack.
Okay, so our first multi-cannon's out of ammunition. That will be the one we've had modded to do incendiary damage. The next one that'll run out will be our medium multi-cannon with the auto loader. Doesn't help when we fly through
Offline.
the enemy beam like that. So you think you can take me? Yes. Yes, we're fairly certain we can, which is why you're now dead. Shalim. Okay. Mashuktka flying the Eagle Shalim.
Scan detected.
Oh, hi, buddy.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
And yes, we did just take out their shield by ramming them. Which would have done a little bit of damage to our shield as well, but not too much. Next target. Chinky Wang. Up clean. Dang it. My bad. On your definition to kinetic kill round. Okay, what else we got? Dang it. I'd like to get at least one more kill before we head back to the base. Surely something's gonna pop up. Now it's kind of cool, like with the various types of weapons. Anyone named Wang would have an auto bounty. But the yeah, depending on the engineering that you get done, and the different effects that are applied to each weapon, some do stack, some don't. All of the pulse lasers that we're using, the effect that they all have, besides rapid fire, all 6 of my weapons have got rapid fire. So on top of that, my lasers, when they hit bare hull, have got a chance of disabling enemy ship systems. Of my multi-cannons, as I said, one is an auto loader, so obviously constantly reloading itself, which means we don't have that downtime of it actually running out and we've got to stop and wait for it to reload. The toxic one, I say toxic one because I can't think of the actual name of it, but basically increases damage against modules, I think it is. And then we've got the incendiary rounds, which increase heat, increase damage, but it does have a smaller ammo capacity. That's sort of, you got the trade-off there. Now that can be okay if you've got resources on board to replenish your ammo, but unfortunately this time around I do not. We got a sidewinder and an adder. Okay, we'll go for the adder because sidewinders aren't worth squat. Adders aren't worth much more. Oop, the allied cop person-y thing just got blown to hell, I think.
Target shields offline.
Who's just scanned us? Phoebus Maximus. Oh god. With a name like that, they'd better be hostile.
Target destroyed.
Gorgon. Get back here, you stupid little ship. With a name like that, you need to die. May I have your attention? Being an allied cop, getting blown up gives extra bounty, right? Honestly, not really sure. With the AIs, I have a feeling they have more predetermined,
Under attack.
well, not necessarily predetermined, but more randomized.
Target shields offline.
I know what I'm trying to say. Basically, the bigger the ship type, and the bigger the ship, or the bigger the pilot rank, as far as AI is concerned, generally means the bigger the bounty you're going to get from them. It doesn't work that way with players. For example, last night, both myself and my co-pilot, in separate instances,
Scan detected.
both accidentally managed to shoot non-hostile ships. Even though his ship is way bigger than mine, and I believe his combat ranking is higher than mine. The bounty we both individually got was the same.
Under attack.
There we go. But yeah, I can't remember if it matters if it's a civilian ship or a military ship or security ship that your stray shot hits. I think it might be the same bounty. Don't quote me on that. Icing Gods, ever try power grid missions? Yes, we did one of those a couple of nights ago, in fact. It was quite fun. Good to see you again, by the way. We're doing just a straight up combat in this regard, working towards getting the combat community goal sorted out. Not only trying to increase our own rank within it, but trying to make sure that the goal itself gains as many tiers as possible. I think it's edging towards tier 6 at the moment, I think. So obviously the higher the tier, the higher our potential earnings are going to be, which is then altered based on what rank we are within. At last check, we were at top 25%. And we're running out of bullets.
Frameshift charge detected.
Oh, hell no.
Target destroyed.
Ooh, we almost had someone run into us. Yeah, not a huge run this time around. Too many small, fast ships and too much wastage of ammunition. We'll admit, it's been sort of surprising since we did come into a high res. I heard there was a new bounty CG, haven't played it in a while yet. Yeah, in the Carl system. It's probably, I've said this a couple of times now, it's probably the slowest moving one that I've seen so far. Not seeing anything particularly big and bountiful.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, so we're out of ammunition. Let's go hand in these bounties.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay. Further away from the planet before we try and do any maneuvering. Just so we can get out of the gravity well a bit more. And we don't want to nosedive straight into the back into the belt. Isn't the other CG building something? Heard something like that. Quite a few of them are meant to be collecting resources to go towards stations and whatnot. This one was just for a celebration, although it's completed already. We had to get master chefs, cigars, booze, and a few other things, I think it was. But we have had some that have been, yeah, collecting goods for the construction of a new station. The last trade CG I did was actually collecting stuff from a Thargoid base and handing that in as research material. Realistically, I'll probably start doing the trade CGs a little bit more once I get my other ship up and running. No, this asp really isn't kitted out for it. For some of the specialty good ones a bit more. Did it pay well? Yeah. Yeah. I know the Thargoid one, I didn't rank all that high on it, and I still walked away with 14 million or something. And I think I was only in the top 50%. So the ones that got top tier were brilliant. I don't know what the payout was like on the one that just finished. The combat one so far, the payout's not been great. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great. But it's also still, as I said, only at like tier 5.5-ish, I think. Okay.
Lincoln, Juliet Echo Sierra. Greetings, Commander. Please take care when entering this Alliance facility. Approval granted. Make your way to landing pad 37.
Okay. No. One thing that I have commented on, I mentioned it earlier this stream, and it is one of those ones that pops up every now and then. I'm still waiting for my combat asp.
Landing gear deployed.
I will be very happy when that occurs. Last night, Trucker Ray was in, saying that it looks like we've got a new, possibly a new trade-style vessel occurring. Was it the T-10 Defender or something?
Ship is down. You are cleared to disembark. Start
Combat
on
asp?
Commander.
Yeah. We'll see if we can find the information for it. Basically, the Asp Explorer and the Asp Scout are variants of the Asp Mach 2, which was the combat variant of the Asp. And has been referenced a couple of times, but we are yet to see a Mach 2 Asp. Where are we? Not that one. There we go. The Asp Explorer is the civilian version of the military model Asp Mach 2, which first saw service in 2878. So, Lakon Spaceways now owns the license to construct these ships, and has marketed them heavily at customers looking for their first multi-crew ships. The ship class has earned a solid reputation for long-range missions, and those requiring some discretion. But yeah, I would love to see what the Asp Mach 2s are like. I would like to think that the cockpit's not anywhere near as exposed as it is on these. But yeah, who knows. Let's hand in what we got. Yeah, I knew we didn't make anywhere near as much this time. So we're up to 31 million, which doesn't even get us one module. My Python. So we're now friendly with Carl for equality. I thought we already were. Oh no, that was the Carl Pro Alliance group. And I think them as well. The Raiders do not like us at all, one little bit. So let's look at the mission board. See where we're at with the CG currently. Yeah. So we're only a little over tier 5. We're in the top 25%. Currently, we're looking at a little under 9 million credits. Sorry, a little under 10 million credits. But obviously, as the tier goes up, that will increase. Honestly, best news I've heard about potential new stuff. Hope we see it. Oh, I do too. I really do too. But references to the Mach 2 Asp have been there since pretty much day one. And I'm yet to see or hear anything really else besides that. So, as I said, I'm curious to see though what this whole Type 10 Defender is going to be. My guess is a much bigger, bulkier version of the Type 9, obviously. It's going to be a cargo vessel. I'm going to assume it's going to have a lot more combat capability though, or be an absolute ripper of a tank. So, we'll sort of see how it goes. Who knows, maybe something with a few decent fighter bays that can still carry a crap load of cargo. That'd be kind of cool too. But yeah, something a bit more maneuverable than the Type 9 would be nice, but sort of goes against the whole increasing size thing. But yeah. Okay guys, well, we're going to finish up the stream round about now. I did say from the get-go it was only going to be a short, very impromptu stream. I am planning to be back again tonight, and we will be continuing our, quest to increase our rating in the combat goal, our combat community goal. I can't promise at this stage that it will happen yet, though. I do have my course tomorrow, and I do have to be functional for it, even if it's crap. Yeah. But, yeah. Let's go to the outro screen. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here and keep waffling. For the right now, this is JesterArke, and this is Elite Dangerous Horizons. Please feel free to hit any buttons of appreciation that are applicable. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, you know, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, you too, mice and gods. Again, sorry that I'm not sticking around. It was only meant to be sort of a jump in and jump out sort of a stream because I had a few moments to do so. But yeah, keep an eye on things, and hopefully I'll see you guys later tonight.